Have you ever wondered how someone could go from selling penny stocks in a dingy office to becoming one of the most infamous figures on Wall Street? Well, this is the story of Jordan Belfort, a man whose confidence was as big as Jupiter and whose morals were thinner than a slice of budget brand cheese. If confidence could be bottled and sold, Jordan would have monopolized the market. But our story begins on Jordan's first day at a brokerage firm so shady, it made a vampire look like a sunbather. Jordan walked into his new job wearing a suit so shiny it could have doubled as a disco ball. His boss, a man who looked like he hadn't seen sunlight since the Reagan administration, squinted at him and asked, "Jordan, do you know anything about stocks?" Jordan, with the kind of confidence usually reserved for people who think they can fight a bear and win, replied, "I know they go up and down." The boss, probably impressed by this groundbreaking financial insight, hired him on the spot. And just like that, Jordan Belfort was unleashed upon Wall Street, armed with charisma, a questionable moral compass, and a collection of suits that screamed, "I'm here to take your money." But here's something the movie didn't tell you. Jordan's first big sale wasn't a stock, it was a pencil. Yes, a pencil. He convinced a client that it was a limited edition, gold-plated investment opportunity. The client bought it for $500. Jordan later admitted it was just a regular pencil he found on the floor. Jordan quickly realized that success on Wall Street wasn't about understanding finance. It was about yelling into a phone and selling dreams to people who didn't know any better. One morning, he jumped onto a desk, eyes blazing like a man who'd just discovered espresso, and delivered a speech that would have made a cult leader proud. "Listen up, you beautiful, money-hungry maniacs. We don't sell stocks, we sell lifestyles. Now get out there and convince people to buy things they don't understand." The room erupted in applause. One guy even cried, though it was unclear whether it was from inspiration or the realization that he'd maxed out his credit card. Now, let's talk about Jordan's legendary sales pitches. The movie showed his team selling stocks, but what it didn't show was the time they accidentally sold a client a timeshare on the moon. Yes, the moon. The client, a sweet old lady named Marge, was so convinced that she paid $10,000 for it. When asked how she planned to use her moon property, she said, "I've always wanted a vacation home with a view." And then there was the time Jordan decided to host a Wall Street Olympics in the office. Events included who can yell into a phone the longest, paper airplane stock toss, and speed eating donuts while closing a deal. The winner got a trophy shaped like a golden phone. Jordan, of course, won every event, mostly because he made the rules up as he went along. But Jordan's antics weren't limited to the office. At home, he had a pet chimpanzee named Dividends, who wore a tiny business suit and had his own desk. Dividends was Jordan's financial advisor, and according to Jordan, he had a better instinct for the market than anyone on Wall Street. The chimp's favorite activity? Throwing bananas at the TV whenever the stock market dipped? Jordan's wealth exploded in the most ridiculous ways imaginable. He didn't just make money, he weaponized it. He bought a solid gold jet ski, despite being terrified of water, a yacht with a built-in sushi bar and a shark tank for aesthetic purposes, and a private island that he named Belfortopia. The island's main attraction? A statue of himself holding a briefcase full of Monopoly money. But as we all know, what goes up must come down. And for Jordan, the down came in the form of the FBI. The movie showed the dramatic arrest, but what it didn't show was the fact that Jordan tried to bribe the agents with free stock tips. When that didn't work, he offered them a lifetime supply of his favorite energy drink, Wolf Juice. Spoiler, it was just Red Bull with a fancy label. And just like that, Jordan went from ruling Wall Street to enjoying the fine cuisine of prison cafeteria Wednesdays. But you can't keep a salesman down. Even behind bars, Jordan found his next hustle. And thus, Jordan Belfort pioneered the most lucrative ramen noodle trading operation in prison history. Because if there's one thing Jordan knew, it was how to sell a dream, even if that dream was a packet of instant noodles.